Hello, and welcome back to EnviroGold Global's YouTube channel. Today we'll be speaking once more with Dr. Mark Thorpe, CEO of EnviroGold Global. Thank you so much, Mark, for taking the time to speak with us today. First, let's talk a little bit about the Buchans River Delta Rehabilitation Project. Specifically, I know that the company has started doing ground-penetrating radar. Maybe talk to us a little bit about how that's gone so far.
We've just completed the field work on the ground penetrating radar. We've identified some areas of quite thick tailings actually from the radar study. And we are in the process right now of working with the technical team to provide an update and the definitive report on that study. And we expect to be able to release that within the next few days.
And Mark, before we jump into the new project in Tasmania, why don't we talk a little bit about the pipeline again? I know we spoke to you previously and Chief Geologist Ian Hodkinson about it. What goes into the process of separating the wheat from the chaff, and what is the duration that these evaluation processes typically take? And also, how has this process evolved over time?
Thank you very much. Yes, our evaluation process has evolved quite a lot over the past year. When we started, it was fairly rudimentary and was based on a little bit of historical data and a little bit of work that one of our engineers did. When I joined the company, I identified that we could put a little more rigor behind this. And so we essentially started a two-step process. The first one is to have our chief geologist, Ian Hodkinson, look at the historical data, bring together any production data that was available to see whether the projects meet our estimated target of $100 a ton of recoverable metals and about 2 million tons of tailings to reprocess. If the projects meet the first criteria, then we move the project into our technical economic evaluation. And one of our key team members, Dan Elvira, puts all the inputs into the model and does a very, very comprehensive evaluation, metallurgical recoveries, expected life, ramp up options. And they work with mining engineers and metallurgists to make sure that that's fairly robust. At that point, once we've got that, then we have an estimate of what kind of cash flows we may be able to get out of the project. And then we go to talk to, in more detail, the owners of the project and start the negotiations. So it's evolved quite a bit. It's now got very sophisticated, and we think it's a great step forward for EnviroGold.
When we spoke to Ian last, he did say that despite the company's work being predominantly in Australia and North America, that they're looking to expand into different markets come 2022 and beyond. Are you able to elaborate on that a little bit?
The projects that we're currently looking at are actually global. It's quite interesting. The opportunities are really around the world. We've not only got projects in Canada and Australia, we're evaluating several projects in Mexico. And Mexico looks like a very interesting jurisdiction because it's got great people, great opportunities, and great projects. So we're really excited about Mexico. We're also looking at projects in West Africa. Because there's a lot of historical mining going on in West Africa. So for us, it's basically an approach that would say, does the project look good? Is it relatively safe for us to work? And then we'll go ahead and evaluate it.
And moving on now to the new project that was announced, the tailings reprocessing at the Hellyer Gold Mine in Tasmania. Mark, tell us a little bit about that.
We're very pleased that we were able to reach the agreement on the commercial terms for the reprocessing of the Hellyer tailings. EnviroGold and Hellyer Gold Mines continue to work together to define a definitive agreement that will outline our ongoing relationship. And we look forward to making an announcement with that as soon as it occurs.
And finally, Mark, here as we look towards 2022, what can people expect from EnviroGold Global, and what are your parting messages as we exit 2021?
There's just one thing that this company is built on, and that's its people. We have developed over the last year a phenomenal team that has a vision that's aligned with the company. We have a great group of professionals. And as you have seen from all of the work that we have accomplished in 2021, carrying this team forward and then building into 2022 is going to be very exciting as we start to finalize the implementation of our projects and look forward to metal production. I would like to take the opportunity to wish all of you watching this a safe and happy holidays and a prosperous new year. And we hope to meet up again in 2022.
Thank you again to Dr. Mark Thorpe for joining us, and thank you for tuning in throughout 2021. Look forward to us in 2022 posting more on all of our social media platforms, including LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, as well as this YouTube channel.